The A to Z guide to Bordeaux wines. Today, the letters S and C, as in sizes and capacities. From centilitres to litres, let's discover all the different formats for Bordeaux wine recipients. Hello, Valerie.
Hello, Corentin.
Tell us about the bottle used for Bordeaux wines.
Yes, the various bottles and also other recipients, such as the traditional Bordeaux barrel or the bib.
What's the bib?
An abbreviation for bag-in-box.
Isn't that a bit strange for wine?
No, quite the contrary. It's a development that's an advantage both for the consumer and for the wine. In fact, it's a recent quality innovation which, thanks to a small tap that prevents air return, enables a small decanter or glass of wine to be drawn off without oxidation of the wine occurring for a period of up to 1 to 2 months after opening the box. So it's a type of packaging that's reserved more for wines that are consumed when young.
OK, so the bib is an alternative for young wines, but the bottle is essential even so.
Yes, the bottle plays a fundamental role both for storing and aging wine.
Is the shape of the Bordeaux bottle quite specific?
Yes, there is a particular shape, and each wine-producing region has its own distinctive bottle. Its shape corresponds to the typical characteristics of its production. In Bordeaux, the bottle is straight with square shoulders, and it's used for all colours of wine, except for Crémant, for which a champagne-style bottle is used, because it is better adapted to sparkling wines. The usual capacity for Bordeaux bottles is 75 centilitres.
Why 75 centilitres rather than litre?
This stems from the barrel. The volume of a traditional Bordeaux barrel is 225 litres. This corresponds to approximately 50 gallons, which used to make an exact amount when trade was carried out with England back in the past, because at that time we used to do a considerable amount of trade with England. So 225 litres corresponds precisely to 300 bottles of 75 centilitres. If we multiply 205 litres by 4, we get 900 litres, and this is what we call a cask, which is an international unit of volume for all trade dealings.
There are some bottles of varying capacities with some strange names.
Yes, that's quite right. Biblical names mostly. For example, you have the Jeroboam, which corresponds to 7 Bordeaux bottles, the Balthazar contains the equivalent of 16 bottles, or the impressive Melchior containing 24 bottles or 18 litres of wine.
Traditional Bordeaux barrel, innovation, legendary bottles. Now you know as much about Bordeaux wines as I do.